Here at the Louisiana Farm to School Conference in Baton Rouge, teachers and school administrators are learning new ways to bring the farm to the classroom. That's a mission Dr. Karl, the executive director of Seeds to Success, believes is crucial for children today.
For me, it's personal and professional. I think everybody needs to know where food comes from. Everybody needs to grow food, raise their own food. This is like a lifelong skill, and we need to reach young people.
Christina Melton is the executive director of the Knock Knock Children's Museum in Baton Rouge. She was a guest speaker sharing why she is so passionate about kids learning where their food comes from.
Kids love to dig in the dirt. Imagine the amount of perseverance they can learn by even trying to grow something. Farming is not easy. Growing gardens is not easy, but imagine the amount of confidence that children can gain through trial and error, experimentation, just sort of learning how to grow crops, and then the satisfaction that they can gain when they produce something that they can eat.
Matzenbacher says there are 3 pillars to the program he oversees. Firstly, growing food in schools. The second is bringing local foods into school classrooms and cafeterias.
And then the third is curriculum. And often we think of nutrition, health, but it could be teaching biology using a school garden.
The teachers in this room agree that there is no better time than now to help students understand where their food comes from. And who knows, it may even strike interest in a new generation of farmers.
This is the other thing. We tend not to think about agriculture. We are an agricultural state. But we need more fruit and vegetable growers. We need some more of these specialty crop growers because we are creating demand. And there's a lot of opportunities.
One interesting thing that I learned there was that Dr. Matzenbacher is also involved with a training program targeting beginning farmers to train them in horticulture and business practices. So, not only is he working to connect farms and schools to get healthy local foods into the schools, creating a market for those farmers in the state, he's also helping train those farmers to fill the need in local schools and food systems. If you'd like to learn more about Louisiana Farm to School resources or that beginning farmer training program, head over to our website at twilatv.org. And you guys, I've been to this program probably 3 or 4 times now, and every time I get new ideas, new stories that are out there, and I think they're great for this show.
Yep.
But one of the cool things this year, the lunch portion that I actually didn't get to stay for, but I heard some of the topics that were discussed. There was all these different success stories from, different schools, different administrators and teachers around the state. So I'm actually planning to go around some of those success stories and do more stories.
So I have to unpack this a little bit, Karl. You did not hang around for food at an event where it was pretty much free food. You wouldn't have to pay for it.
Okay. It was free food. I did partake, though. That morning they had crepes and fruit and flapjacks, courtesy of the Egg Commission, I believe is who it was from. So
awesome. So,
I did get free food.
But you also got great story ideas.
Yes.
So that's really going to be something that the viewers are going to love to see over the next
Yeah,
few
the
weeks.
next, probably spring, I'll have a handful, probably a series of 3 or 4 at least stories like this. And I don't know if you remember the story, one of my favorite stories I've done, I found at this workshop, this conference, 4 or 5 years ago was the hydroponic lettuce.
Yep.
And that one was really popular online, and I found that at this conference. So.
Well, that's really interesting. Thank you for bringing us such a creative and interesting story, Karl.